Hope you're aiming right. If I'm on site, I'm not afraid to die. How you?
Nah,
I'll be dressed in white.
white light.
White light. You turn the camera on and out. You know that they come out and out. So cross your T's and
So hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So the last review I'll do here for now at Subaru Pasig. So I'd like to thank them and Sir Glenn Hadap for allowing me to review this 2022 Subaru Outback 2.5i-T Eyesight. It's a long name. So this is the only variant here of the Outback here in the Philippines. This was based on the Subaru Legacy, but now being the 7th gen Subaru Outback, this one utilizes the Subaru Global platform. How much cladding do you want? And then Subaru just replied yes. I mean, throughout the exterior, even on the roof rails, there is cladding literally everywhere. So this is more like a raised up Subaru Legacy / Levorg. Also, I have a review of the 2019 Levorg from here. Link of that will be in the description down below. But as you can see, being a raised wagon, battle wagon, the ground clearance increased massively, like around 80 millimeters. This one now stands at 213 millimeters. So here at the front of the Subaru Outback, the grille is like every other Subaru apart. There is no more gloss black surrounding or chrome inserts. It's just now body colored. And then the looks of it, hit or miss for me, but it is striking to look at least. And like every other Subaru, you have your eyes above here. And on the side profile, yes, as I said, there is a lot of cladding, but I don't mind it because they did design it well. Also, you have an Outback logo here on the rear doors, and then you have a lot of chrome here around the window king. What I like with this though, there's even chrome inserts here on the side mirror. That is cool. And also this has blind spot monitoring camera, not on this side, but on the right side. Similar to a Chang'an Alsvin. And then again above here, you have cladding on the roof rails. The wheels look alright, and as well you have disc brakes all around. So here now at the rear of the Subaru Outback, you have a reverse camera down here. Yet again, here there's cladding here and a silver skid plate. The spoiler looks alright, similar to an XV, and then this part is just blacked out. And unlike the Subaru Levorg, this has an automatic tailgate. You can turn it off actually from inside if you want. You can open it manually. And there's another gimmick. Besides pushing a button to open it, you can also do this. So I have the key. You just put it here in the Subaru badge and then walk away. It will open by itself. That is so cool. Total space here is 522 liters, which is a lot. And as you can see, the load lip is not that high, so putting stuff in and out will be very easy. Underneath, you have a space saver donut type tire. That's mine now. So towards here in the back, you have a tonneau cover. I have no idea what these markings were on the side. So it's actually a tonneau level adjustment. So in case you wanted this low or this high, in case you have, as I said, taller items, that I find really cool. But I'm gonna call that very easy. And also the tonneau cover feels very premium. On the left side, you have a Harman Kardon system, and on the right side, you have a 12-volt socket and a net storage with pop-out grocery hooks. And then here in the boot, you have a total of 8 tethering points. That's a lot. And as well, like the Subaru Levorg, you have latches here to fold down the seats. As you can see, very, very easy. So with all of the seats now, you have a total of 1,276 liters. As well, being a 2022 model, what gets more interesting is in the interior, which I will show you now. The tailgate's quite noisy though. So here now in the interior of the Subaru Outback, check the door. Sounds like every other Subaru. Also, there's nice illumination with the infotainment system and the information display when you get in the car. Starter up's kinda hot. And like every other Subaru I've tried out, the car shakes when you start it up from a cold start because of the boxer engine. I'll get to that later. So here in the door, I like there's a lot of soft touches here, and there's gloss black and silver inserts on the door card where your memory seat functions are, and you have your window switches here. And then you have a Harman Kardon setup, cubby space, and bottle holders on each side of the door. My water jug fits absolutely perfect. It's like the cup holders there were built for this exact water jug. And then 2 more here in the middle. one for a small one and one for a big one. Perfect again for my water jug. And then here in the left side, you have your air conditioning vent with a leather soft pad. And then below there, you have your headlight lever adjustment, the tailgate button. And as I said earlier in the boot, you can turn off or on the automatic tailgate. And here in the steering wheel, like every other Subaru, it's soft to the touch, nice quality, but it's less shinier unlike the Levorg. And then as well, you have padded shifters here, they're plastic. And then first time I encountered this in a Subaru, the indicator stock feels like what everyone says, the old school BMW. It doesn't like click all the way down, so it's a bit of a weird feeling, but I got used to it pretty quickly. And then here in the center, you have your analog tachometer, analog speedometer with a multi-information display in the middle, and then visibility. And the dashboard, it's still leather but more of the durable side, so it's kind of like mixed with plastic and leather. But visibility, as I said, perfect. The A-pillar is not too big. And in the rear, visibility excellent. There's also an extra window there, so the D-pillar is not in the way that much. And then new to this Subaru Outback, you have your infotainment system now with the Eyesight 4.0. So that means there is no more additional display here on top of the dashboard. It's all here now in the center. The infotainment system, again, hit or miss with me. The maps is there, but it's really laggy. The reverse camera is alright, it's like the Forester. The blind spot monitoring camera is also the same. What I don't like, only just being honest, the camera doesn't occupy the whole screen, it's just like at a half only. Anyway, and then the rest of the buttons here for hazard and your climate control functions, the rest of it are touch sensitive as well. And then here down below, you have your electronic parking brake, aux cord, 2 USB ports, and a place for your phone. And then here on the passenger side, there's also a cubby space for your phone. And then here on the passenger side again, in the dashboard, there's another space for your phone. So how many phone cubby spaces do you want? Yes. Glove box. Okay, that's pretty massive as well. And then here around the gear lever, there's a lot of gloss black, but I don't mind it. You also have your 360-degree camera button. And then the seats as well, not much bolstering, but less sportier than the Levorg, but it's still comfortable. And then above here, you have 2 LED lights, your button for the sunroof, and then sunglasses holder. Also, the sunroof is pretty decent in size. And then sun visor, there's also vanity light with mirror. And then in front, there is a ticket clip holder. It don't extend. Nice quality with the sun visor though, it's fabric. And then I just noticed now, it just popped up. You have your X mode, but you have to activate it in the infotainment system, unlike the Subaru which one, the Forester, which is a button. There's no dirt, normal, deep snow, mud. And then as well, like the Subaru Forester, the sport and intelligent buttons here on the right side of the steering wheel are split. So there's 2 driving modes for the road, intelligent and sport, as I said. And then center console box, it's wrapped in leather. You have 2 of them. Open the first one up, it's a small space, and then underneath that, that's your main glove box. It is pretty decent in size. But what I find really interesting, there is a DVD tray here. It is 2022. I don't know why you still need that. Anyway, so that's about it here in front of the Subaru Outback. As well here, forgot, you have your engine start-stop button and nice leather padding around it. So that's about it here in front of the Subaru Outback. I'll show you the rear seats. So these are the rear seats of the Subaru Levorg. So these are the rear seats of the Subaru Outback. Sorry for the lighting because it suddenly rained and it's kind of dark. Anyway. Okay, sounds the same like in front. And like in front, there are a lot of soft pads still here and the gloss black and silver inserts here on the door handle. And then now you have smaller cubby spaces and bottle holders on each side. My water jug still fits perfectly. And then you have 2 map pockets here. And then in the middle, you have air conditioning vents. And then below that, you have yet again the flimsy USB ports. Space here in the back is really good. Feet room, leg room, and headroom throughout is excellent. And then if I sit here in the middle, the transmission tunnel, yeah, it is really wide. You can put your feet up, but as you can see, my knees are already there. That's how tall it is. And then here in the middle, you have a central armrest, wrapped in gloss black, but it's covered. Fits again my water jug perfectly around the flimsy plastic grips. And then above here, you have LED dome lights. Engine. This is the engine of the all-new Subaru Outback. It's a 2.5-liter Boxer 4 flat 4 engine that produces 185 horsepower and 245 Newton meters of torque, and is mated to a CVT transmission. Now, this is where fans and people who owned Subaru Outbacks before are a little bit divisive, because the previous generation had a 3.6-liter Boxer 6 engine. I mean, yeah, I understand what they mean, the 6-cylinder compared with the 4-cylinder. I had a few friends who owned that and test drove the new and the old one. They miss the 6-cylinder so much. But I heard this is still not a bad Outback. But if anyone has the 6-cylinder Outback, hit me up in my Facebook page or in my Instagram. Let me review it, please. So that's enough of me talking about the Subaru Outback. Let's go for a drive. Driving the 2022 Subaru Outback. It is, the steering feel, like I said, is every other Subaru, but this one I feel is just a little bit lighter than the Evoltis and Levorg. Of course, the Levorg has more power. That is meant to be a more sportier drive than this. And then here, normal mode, just gonna floor it. Okay, it's not bad. And also take note, I said about the 3.6 Boxer 6 of the previous generation Outback, that even has a turbocharger. So I had no idea how will that drive, but I wish someone has one so I can review it as well. And as well, this has telescopic steering wheel. And then of course, Sport transforms the car. It's much more responsive. And the paddle shifters, the upshifts and downshifts, it's like every other Subaru. It's really good. But let's leave that at automatic for now. But I gotta say, but this NVH is really good compared with the others that I've driven. This one is solid. I actually like this Subaru Outback. And then brakes, little bit mushy for now. I don't know why. Maybe because of the raised up suspension of compared to the Levorg / Legacy. I noticed the brake feels just a little bit weird. It's like, it's very grabby. Then here over bumps and humps, that I'm not complaining about. It is really good. And then as well, there's not much tire noise at higher speeds over humps. Look at that, how comfortable that is. You can feel the suspension is firm, but it's still no means an uncomfortable car. As well, 0 to 100 kilometers per hour is done in 9.6 seconds. That is still adequate for what this is. So it's still faster than the XV and the Subaru Forester for comparison only. And then handling of this, I do like it. It's pretty light, as I said, the steering wheel, but it's pretty direct and sharp. Yeah, I don't mind the performance. It's not too bad. But I do like the engine, since it's a 2.5 liter now. It sounds fruity at least. Then Sport. Okay, it weights up the steering wheel ever so slightly, but it's good. And handling is also very good, despite being a naturally aspirated engine. It's responsive, to say the least. Oh, this is good. I like the handling of this. Let's try against the straight line, its performance. It's alright. And as well, the fuel efficiency, I've been doing, hold on, where is that? 16.8 liters per 100 kilometers. That's the most fuel efficient Subaru I've tried out so far. So that's not bad. So I can't wait, and hopefully someone will lend me a 3.6 Boxer 6 of the previous generation of this Outback. So I'd like to thank again Subaru Pasig and Sir Albert Hadap here for allowing me to review this all-new Subaru Outback. It's not too bad at all. But everyone says, if you have the chance to get the V6, go get that. So that concludes my review of the Subaru Outback. So hope you guys like and subscribe, and I will see you with more future car reviews and more Subarus as well. Bye bye.